guys, welcome back to my channel. So today it is Mean Girls Day, or October 3rd, but it's Mean Girls Day. We all know it's Mean Girls Day. So I thought in honour of that, I would talk about some of my favourite chick flicks or Mean Girls style films. First of all, obviously, I'm going to talk about Mean Girls because it's such a good film. I first saw it when I was maybe 11 or 12. I can't remember why. My parents had it on DVD. So it came out in 2004. I was 5 when it came out. Far too young to watch Mean Girls. Then I watched it when I was 11 or 12, I reckon, which probably also still a bit too young. But oh my god, it was, well, it still is such a good film. But at the time I was like, oh my god, girl, because I went to an all-girls school. So the whole kind of mean girl archetype was very kind of what I lived with, or not lived with, but like what I went to school with, and all those kind of like stereotypical girl things were just like my life. But obviously it was in America and they were older, so it was just so relatable for me. Obviously no one got hit by a bus as far as I know at my school, and we didn't have like the spring fling or anything like that, but it was relatable. And the bit where they're in the gym, but when she's like asking them to raise their hand, oh, it was just so kind of like, oh, it's not just me who's going through this. And then I found out that it was based on like, not like a self-help book, but like a book about teenage girls. It made so much sense to me. I was like, yeah, because it's what teenage girls are like. And then like obviously we all had phones. Not a good idea. Not that we shouldn't have had phones, because obviously a lot of people were walking home from school or taking the bus, so they needed to be in touch with people, but it's just not good for like bullying. And I thought when they did Mean Girls 2, A, that it would be good, which it wasn't. It's not a good film. And B, that they would use that kind of like cyberbullying like take a bit more, but they didn't. So if I was to make Mean Girls 3, which I'm not going to because they should have left it as it is, I would definitely go down the cyberbullying route far more, because it's people's lives now. Like, I'm on my phone all the time, especially like when I'm not in lectures, and if I wanted to, which I don't, I could very easily start kind of like a hate campaign against people that I didn't like, and they wouldn't even know that it was me necessarily. So it's very easy to kind of use that. I didn't wear pink. Imagine, my hair's a bit pink, don't know if you can see, but imagine that I'm wearing pink. I've got a pink blanket here, so that'll do. And I've got kind of pink squash. So yeah, Mean Girls, such a good film. I've seen it so many times. And I really want to see the musical. Obviously it hasn't come over to the UK yet. When it does, or if I ever get the chance to go to New York and see a show when Broadway reopens, I will be going to see Mean Girls, because I love the music. I think the music's amazing. So that is Mean Girls. I can't talk about Mean Girls without talking about Wild Child. I love Wild Child. Alex Pettyfer, man. Oh, I had such a huge crush on him. He was my phone background. It was this photo. So yeah, really liked Alex Pettyfer, which meant I really liked Wild Child, and I was very jealous of Emma Roberts. But Wild Child, oh my god, it's such a good film. It's so funny, and that kind of whole new take on like the boarding school trope, like American girl gets into a boarding school, she's wild, and but like just the fact that like at the start everyone hated her, and then they didn't just start to like her because she was funny or she was a bit crazy. They started to like her because she started to like them, and she started to like herself. And I think that was a really important distinction to make, because in a lot of those kind of like films where you've got the wild child and then they go to a place where it's all like rules and stuff, they don't change, they change the people around them. And there was some of that in Wild Child, but mostly it was about how she changed and became someone that she liked. I had that on DVD. I've watched that so many times. I love Wild Child, and I want to go to LA because it looks really pretty. The next film, obviously, these are all kind of like naughties films. Angus Song and the Perfect Snogging. You can't have a list of chick flicks without Angus Song and the Perfect Snogging, because that film is iconic. There are no other words for it. Just that scene where She's So Lovely starts playing and she's running along the street in an olive suit. There's nothing else to say. It's so funny. And like, that's how the film opens. We were having some drinks the other night and we had some music playing, and Ultraviolet came on from that film. Oh my god, everyone was like screaming. It was so good, because objectively it's a very good song, but also it represents that film to me, and I had it on my iPod, it's on my gym playlist. Like, it's such a good song. It's just such a funny film. Like the pool scene where she's fake tanned her leg. And then I read all the books as well, and they were so funny, and I just wish they'd made more films, because the journey that like Georgia went on, brilliant, iconic. Dave the Laugh, my favourite character. Also got to talk about The Princess Diaries and The Princess Diaries 2, The Royal Engagement. It's such a good film. Like, you've got Sandra Oh cameoing as well, not really cameoing, but in that little bit part as the principal, and she's an icon. Principal Gupta has my heart forever. You've got Julie Andrews. She is a queen. She just is a queen. I don't know what to tell you. And then Anne Hathaway is Mia. So funny. Just when they're rolling down the hill in the car, it just tickles me every time. And it is now on Disney Plus, so I can watch it whenever I do. So that is very enjoyable for me. I do wish though that they had kind of stuck to the books a little bit more, you know, made Mia get with Michael, Lily's brother, and things like that, because their relationship was so lovely. Again, I read all the book, I got them out of the library, like my local library. I got them out of the library and I read them all, and they're just really good. Really good books, really funny. I think if I went back to read them like now, I'd be like, oh, these aren't what I remember them to be. I might get them like an audiobook version, because I quite like to go back to them, because they do just kind of like represent a whole part of my growing up. Yeah, I might have to go back to them, and definitely I'm going to be watching the films again. Right, so I found one of those like tier list things. If you actually want to see me rank these films, let me know in the comments down below, and I will work out how to do that on my computer and film it and upload it. I don't really know how to do that, but I'll work it out. I'm not going to be talking about every single one of these because some of them aren't good, but I will go through some of them. So the Hunger Games franchise, I read all the books before I saw any of the films. The books were better. That's all I'm going to say on that. Pitch Perfect, I love the first Pitch Perfect film, and the second one is still good, but the first one, oh, it's such a good film, especially because it's like a musical film, which I love, but it's like pop songs. I know that sounds really stupid, but it just works. It just works, and it's so funny. I really like it. High School Musical and High School Musical 2 and High School Musical 3, so good. I don't know if I've ever actually said this on my channel before, but the year after High School Musical came out in the UK, I did like a show of High School Musical. It wasn't called High School Musical because legal stuff, I guess. I can't remember what it was actually called, but it wasn't called High School Musical. And I was Sharpay. It's still my starring role to this day, so basically I really like High School Musical, and I can basically recite all the words to all the songs. Hannah Montana movie, brilliant. I love it. I love her. It's just such a good film. It's got such good music. It gave us the Hoedown Throwdown. What more can I say? I feel like I can't talk about like chick flicks without talking about Twilight. I love Twilight. I had all the books, including the Brie Tanner one, and they're still on my bookshelf at home. And I had all the films, all 5 of the films on DVD. I watched them regularly, and I think I went to see all of them in the cinema when they were in the cinema. I really liked Twilight. I was always Team Jacob, always. Still am. Like, Edward's a little bit of a stalker, do you know what I mean? And he's pale and he'll suck your blood, and he's cold all the time. I need someone who's warm, and by all accounts Jacob, very warm and much more attractive, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. Legally Blonde, I forgot Legally Blonde. Legally Blonde, I love Legally Blonde. It's genuinely one of the best films ever. Legally Blonde 2, also very good. Legally Blonde's terrible, but Legally Blonde, it's just when Warner's like, you got into Harvard, and she's like, what, like it's hard? That's me. Well, I didn't get into law school. I didn't even apply to law school, but I love Elle Woods. She's an icon. I'm breaking the dumb blonde stereotype, which I appreciate because I'm blonde. So I also want to do one of these on Disney Channel original movies that I watched when I was younger, and my favourite ones, obviously that will include High School Musical and Hannah Montana, but other ones as well, because I watch a lot of Disney Channel original movies. Yeah, I think I'll leave it there, because I just wanted to talk about like my favourite one, my personal favourite ones, because if I talked about every single one, it'd be a very, very long video, which would probably be quite boring. But yeah, so I will leave it there for today. Let me know what you thought about the films that I've talked about down in the comments, and also let me know if there are any, if you want me to do that like tier list video of some of the films that I talked about and other films that I've watched, and if you want to see me do the Disney Channel one or any other kind of films that I probably would have seen. Make sure that you leave a comment if you did like this video, like the video if you liked it, obviously subscribe to get notified whenever I make a new video, and also follow me on Twitter and Instagram, which is Cicely Amelia, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!